Hey guys, sorry in advance for the heater that you can hear. It's cold in here and I'm cold. It is 4:42 p.m. on December 1st and I'm going to attempt to get into writing. I did have an anxiety attack about an hour and a half ago, unrelated to writing, unrelated to book things entirely, but it has drastically affected my day already. I had planned on filming much sooner, I had planned on getting into writing much sooner, but it did last for over half an hour, so it has taken its toll for the day. I feel very tired and low energy and very desiring to be anywhere else, but I'm gonna get into it. I had plans for how I was going to spend today and plans for what to record and how I wanted this month to go and stuff like that, and I'm still going to get into those plans. They're going to be offset for a couple days because of the anxiety attack, and normally it takes me a couple of days to just get back into things with that on its own, not counting getting back into the flow of things after being pretty out of my norm for 2 months, give or take. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to talk about the changes that I'm making this month in an attempt to get back to progress. First things first, I still want to film daily, but I think that trying to make each daily video that I film its own video is too much for me. Because with my current sleep schedule, I don't have enough time to edit a video every single night and get it uploaded. I don't have time to edit a writing video every single night and then also try and squeeze in a gaming video on a Friday, and I don't have time to edit all of those and then also try to film within those like 2.5 to 3 hours in the morning that I'm awake, when I can actually be in the living room and edit. So I just can't upload daily writing videos, but I can still film them. So in that sense, I'm also going to be changing the way that I do work in progress videos. I'm going to test it out this month, see how I like it, see how you guys like it, and we'll go from there. But currently, I film whatever I write on any given day, and then that's that day's video. But I would like to separate the work in progress videos into genres instead. So, like today, I'm starting with some untitled crime mystery scenes, untitled mystery scenes, that's what I call that. Just to try and get things going, because it doesn't require me to like avidly be channeling a character or anything like that, and I just don't think I have the gumption to do that anymore today. That wasn't the initial plan, but here we are. So today's video would be the crime work in progress video for December. One of the crime work in progress videos for December. More than likely there will be more than one. And then that means that I can put several books in each work in progress video. It means I can put several days in each work in progress video. And the days where, like today, I'm not going to be writing much, so the video is still going to be longer than a minute of me telling you that I didn't accomplish much, which is a plus, I think, and I think it will make for a more engaging video, and I hope that it will allow me to talk about my books more, because in the current work in progress videos, I normally eventually hit a point where I just tell you what word counts I accomplished, even when they're super low. And I would much rather be able to tell you the word counts, but also be able to tell you what specifically I'm working on today. What kind of scene was I writing? How did it go? Stuff like that. Obviously, that's not really going to be the case today, and it probably won't be the case tomorrow. Tomorrow I have blood labs in addition to just being exhausted already. So tomorrow will probably be a slow progress day as well, and will probably be another addition to the crime video here. But we'll see how things go, and we'll go from there. At this point, I'm going to take a moment to put on socks and shoes and a jacket and go outside to dump out the cat litter stuff, so that way I can clean out the litter boxes again, because I skipped most of that yesterday while I was messing with setting up Ting's new cage. So I need to do that before it gets dark out. The dumping the litter part, I can clean out the litter box while it's dark outside. They're inside cats. So I'm going to do that, and then when I get back I'm going to attempt to get into writing. My eyes are killing me, my head is killing me, my body aches an unbelievable amount from all of the lifting and cleaning I was doing yesterday in my room. So we'll see how long I can tolerate this, and then we'll go from there. But otherwise, that is all that I have for right now, and I will give you guys an update when I accomplish anything at all on Untitled Mystery Scenes here. Alright, I'll apologize for the blurriness on my face. My autofocus is on my face, but I don't have a ton of light on at the moment, so it'll probably stay blurry. It's currently December 2nd, but I am going to go ahead and fill you in on the two things that I worked on yesterday on the 1st, both of which were crime. One was Untitled Mystery Scenes, and the other was The Happy Face Killer, which is the first, or the rewrite of the first book in the Bo Austin Taylor series. With Untitled Mystery Scenes, I wrote 1,606 words, and with The Happy Face Killer, I wrote 354 words. I'm going to add rewrite to the end of the project title there, because I didn't do that earlier. So overall, I wrote 1,960 words on the first, which is much more than I was expecting after the anxiety attack and just how much pain I was in yesterday. Both of my knees were completely shot. I had an ankle brace being switched back and forth between both of my ankles. I've had a headache most of the first, and it's carried on through today so far, which it's only 12:40, so, you know, I'm hoping that that eventually dissipates, but we'll see. I've taken Tylenol for it because the other day I discovered that I can take Tylenol, acetaminophen, but not anything else, because anything else is NSAID? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know if it's a word or if it's I don't know if it's like NASA or like BTW. I don't know if it's something you say or something you pronounce the individual letters on. I'm not 100% sure. But my anxiety meds slash pain management meds interfere with everything else, or everything else interferes with them. So unless I want to increase the risk of a bleeding disorder or just bleeding and bruising easier, I can't take anything that deals with like inflammation and stuff like that, but I can take Tylenol, which is great. It doesn't do a ton for me, but on really, really, really bad days, I'm planning on taking it primarily for headaches, though. Yesterday, again, went much better than I was expecting it to because of the anxiety attack and because of the pain. Initially, I had planned on the first going super, super well. I had wanted to get through several chapters of The Happy Face Killer. That had been where I was planning on starting. But that just didn't happen for obvious reasons. But I did accomplish more than I was expecting to. I don't want to get into a ton of detail on it because the majority of people would say that it's incredibly stupid to have an anxiety attack over the thing that I had one over, and I would be inclined to agree. But anxiety isn't logical, it's not intelligent, it's not, you don't have anxiety over things that generally make a ton of sense. That's why it's an anxiety disorder, is because it's not a normal response. It's just, it is what it is. But more or less, the thing that caused it, is related to the Discord server that I'm on. One of the Discord servers that I'm on. And there's only one room on that server where I feel safe and comfortable talking, because I've had bad experiences in most of the other rooms, and the ones I haven't had bad experiences in just don't pertain to me. Like the world building chat or the sprint chat. I don't use any of those, so I just keep them muted because I can't contribute to the conversation there. But the one room that I feel safe in, I no longer do. So today, or the first, I suppose, yesterday, I lost the one place on the server that I felt comfortable talking in, which meant that I was quiet all day. I didn't ever go in there to post pictures of the kittens. I didn't ever go in there to talk about Tinkerbell. I didn't go in there to talk about how cold I was or how bad my pain was, or check on everybody else and see how everybody else is doing today, or talk about my writing or my writing process or progress. So it was just me and the computer, and I accomplished a lot, which is both good and incredibly unfortunate, because I write more when I'm sad, because writing makes me happy, okay? But the last month and a half to 2 months, I've been talking in that room when I'm sad, because making other people happy makes me happy, happier than writing makes me. So posting the cat pictures when someone was having a bad day, which in a large group of people is pretty much every day, which made their days, made me happy. So then I didn't have to write a ton that day, because what was the point? I was already happy. So losing that, the good thing is that I make more progress, but the unfortunate thing is that the reason I'm making more progress is because I feel like I've lost a big chunk of my life, because I've only been very active on the server the last few months, which is also when my progress started declining, but I would consider the majority of the people in that room my online friends, and I feel like losing the comfortability in that room is like losing all of those people. And that probably sounds stupid to anyone who doesn't have online friends, but it sucks, and it hurts, and it's going to feel that way for a little while until I feel comfortable in that room again. And based on the way my comfortability has been in the rest of the server, I doubt that will ever happen again. But I suppose the good news of that is that I'll finally make some writing progress again. That's something. Here on the 2nd, I am also working on the Happy Face Killer. That is where I am starting. It is currently 12:46 in the morning, and I'm working on chapter 24, and I'm maybe less than halfway through it, I think. Yeah, I'm not even halfway through it yet. I'm maybe closer to a fourth of the way through it, give or take. But making progress. I'm staying awake until 2, so that way I can take my levothyroxine, and then after that I am hoping that this headache has dissipated enough that I can go to sleep. I need to be up tomorrow today, around 7, so that way I can get ready and leave the house at 8 with my grandparents to go in for our blood labs, which sucks because their blood labs are at 8:30 and 8:50 and mine is at 9:10. So I'm leaving an hour and 10 minutes before my appointment to get to a doctor's office that is 15 minutes away, give or take. So it's a lot of wasted time for me, but that's okay. I do want to start making more progress, but it's not the end of the world if I'm not writing thousands upon thousands of words every single day. I'm going to accomplish as much as I can here this morning before I go to sleep. I'm going to be writing in roughly 5 to 6 minute sections. I am watching a video up here on the TV at the moment. There's about 1 minute and 9 seconds left, give or take. And after I finish that, I'm going to turn on the PlayStation so that way I can edit the only November video that I filmed and have that uploading while I'm awake. And then after that, get back into writing and hopefully accomplish something before bed, before couch. But I will do my best to give you guys another update on the Happy Face Killer and how things actually went before I go to sleep. But we'll see how I'm feeling. It will probably depend on the headache, but I am going to set a reminder for myself on my Google Calendar to film again, so as long as I'm feeling okay, I'll see you in a little over an hour, hopefully with a good update. It is 1:51 in the morning, and I still have 12-ish minutes left to go through on the NaNoWRIMO video that I'm editing, which is the only video that I filmed in November for writing. But I've been working on the Happy Face Killer in between, and things went well. I finished chapter 24. Not a ton changed there from the original, so it was relatively smooth sailings. I changed some dialogue to make it more natural, especially on Beau's end, and by natural I mean more in character, I suppose. And I changed some description stuff, action stuff, because sometimes I have a habit of really extending the way that they unlock their phone and open up their contact list and scroll until they find Beau's name and then click the call button and then press the device to their ear. And it's a very long paragraph, and it reads okay, it's just long, especially being done more than once. So I shortened that a little bit in the 2 instances that it happened. One was a phone call, one was a text, and then shortened the process of Beau leaving the lab in Clinstone. But things went well. Not a ton is changing in the Happy Face Killer. That's kind of been the predominant theme in book 1. The main thing that needs to change in book 1, aside from making sure that Beau's mental health is on an incline instead of a decline, because he worked really, really hard in the Beau Austin series to get to where he is at the beginning of The Hacker, which is the final book of the Beau Austin series. And when I wrote the Beau Austin Taylor series, which I never finished this series, I was still in the process of writing it when I made the decision to rewrite all of the books, I wasn't in a great spot, and it drastically affected the characters. It drastically affected Beau and his progress, and it tore down every bit of character development that there was for him. And so this rewrite is fixing that. Even in the Happy Face Killer, that's the main thing that's changing, is making sure that Beau's mental health fits in with his character development instead of fitting in where I was when I wrote this book. So that's step 1. And step 2, I'm approaching the part in this book where Amber's birthday is in this book, and it happens on the wrong day. Her birthday actually falls on a Thursday or a Saturday or something, but I have it set on a Friday, so all of the things that happen on that day actually happen on a different day, and then her birthday shouldn't actually be on that day. So I need to swap some things around, whether it be that her birthday actually falls on the weekend, so those things would happen afterwards, or her birthday actually falls on a Thursday, so those things would happen there, and then the Friday would happen, and then the crime would probably be solved a day or so earlier. That kind of stuff. When you mess up and screw up a date, for my stories anyway, the crime stories, it typically drastically affects what's going on, so I need to make sure that I fix that, which, when I first discovered that issue when I wrote this book, I made a note of it right away to pay attention to the dates and all of that in the book to make sure that I fix it. So that's what we're doing. But things went well. I wrote 1,056 words today so far, which is something. It brings my total to a little over 3,000 words total for this month so far. But it also means that I'm done working on the Happy Face Killer for today. The next book that I'm going to work on is King of Darkness, and that won't happen until sometime after I go to sleep and after I wake up, and after my labs, most likely. So, King of Darkness is a supernatural book, so that will be in a different video. But that is all that I have for this first Crime December Work in Progress video. Just because I've been keeping track of roughly how long this video will be, and I don't want to go on much longer, because that would be insane for you. But that's all that I have. I'm going to finish editing this video here and take my levothyroxine and go to sleep because I'm exhausted. So that is the game plan, and I will see you guys in the next work in progress video, whichever genre it may fall to. So I'm still a little mentally exhausted, so I'm not going to do my outro today. So I will just say thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.